So I'm going to hit you completely between the eyes with what I think is the hardest question that an originator can ever get asked. And my sense is that you've been asked it and you'll have an answer for it. And I want everybody to hear how you handle this question. So you and I are in a consulting situation. I'm a prospective client. And here's what I'm going to come at you with. Caleb, I've been talking to other people out there about their interest rate products. And what I want to know is, why should I work with you?
That's always a great question. It's one I get asked a lot, and I can sit here and throw up on you and all the wonderful reasons as to why I think that would be the case. But I'd like to push back to you, if you don't mind, just politely and professionally, what's important to you in an originator? Because I can tell you the 20 reasons why I think I'm the best, and you can go online and look at the large number of reviews that we have from our past clients that are satisfied. But that may mean nothing to you. So what are you seeking in this relationship, before I answer that question, to help best address that for you?
Well, I want to get an excellent interest rate. I want to have the right loan program, and I don't want to pay a lot of closing costs, anything unnecessary, any junk fees. That's what's important to me.
Great news. You're just like everybody else in America. I've never yet heard a client that hasn't said anything different than that. So I appreciate the honesty and the transparency. I think you're going to find we're very competitive in interest rate. And we've already gone over the fees, and you have seemed like you're happy with those. So in terms of the commitments we're going to make to you in the process and the transaction, we're going to be available to help you get anything that you need ran. So running updates on numbers, timeliness in the market updates, help you get your offer accepted. We're going to do all of those things that are basics that you're going to expect of any originator. What I think you'll find that separates us from the pack is our job is to eliminate friction and address the issues before they come up and arise. And we will do an excellent job of that and communicate thoroughly throughout the process to ensure that you don't run any issues or surprises. And then we're going to be monitoring your loan over the life of its ownership to make sure that you're always in the best rate structure that you could possibly be at any times. And we do that at no additional cost. There's no lending charges from us to monitor that and refinance you for that. So that's the best proposition I can bring to you. Does that land for you? Is there any other questions I can answer for you?
No, that's perfect. Thank you. I want to just reflect to the listener. I mean, we didn't prep for this. I hit him with that big curveball out of left field, and he handled it very brilliantly. But I would offer that it's not the first time he's answered that question. He probably, I would assume, Caleb, you've probably had to practice that over and over to polish it and get it to a place of where you can deliver it with confidence.
I 100% concede it is the hardest question to answer as originator, and it's one I struggle with personally, because the real root question that's being asked is, what value are you going to bring to the table and why you?
Yep.
And that's really what you're trying to answer. And that's why I always try to get a sense of, well, what is important to you in the transaction? And sometimes it's that. I want the lowest rate and fees, and I want the guy to be available. Okay, great. I can do all that. Is there any other questions? So it's just a matter of trying to find what's important to that client, and hopefully you get that question after you perform for a little bit to provide some value. But oftentimes that can come on the front end. That's a little harder, because nobody's going to say, well, I suck and you shouldn't use me. So you got to try to find something that'll differentiate you from competitors. And I have to practice it constantly, because I feel like the market is changing so rapidly, and clients' temperature and desire for that changes so rapidly, that I don't think there is any one script that you can stick with that's really evergreen there. I think you really have to try to find what's important to that client and try to add tremendous value, and know that you may swing and miss. I mean, I swing and miss more than I would care to.